Oh, hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation. Happy Pride and welcome to another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary, yes, I'm getting to it, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director here at Site 42 of the SCP Foundation. This little bundle of excitement, this sweetie pumpkin right here is Puppy of Interest 42, codenamed Charlie. She was traumatized, absolutely horrified, by someone riding on a skateboard today. It was the scariest thing that this baby has ever experienced, and she is not okay. But you are okay because you are here with us, both myself, Agent Goose, and the Containment Hazard Assessment Team, i.e. Chat, who is here to, as always, hear this briefing about the inner workings of this dark and mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. And so, whether you chatters have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who contain them, the groups of interest who try to stop us from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview, perhaps they're from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e., fandom. Either way, we are here for the next 30 minutes for today's Containment Hazard Assessment Team. Puppy of Interest 42, codenamed Charlie, you are currently not in possession of a snack. This is a sacrilege, or if I should say a snackrilege. And Agent Goose is rectifying that appropriately so that the chat will not mutiny.
Charlemagne's getting in my way.
Well, yes, Agent Charlemagne would be jealous of the snacking habits of Puppy of Interest 42, and therefore would try to obstruct these like the evil villain that he is. Bwah! He doesn't even like these snacks. That is just the level of spite involved from Agent Charlemagne. Here's the treat for the baby. You're welcome, chat, for seeing such an adorable sweetie pumpkin and the adorable treats that she enjoys on your behalf. And now, flee, child, flee. Aren't you allergic? Yes, intern Jinxed, I am in fact allergic to both cats and dogs, which is why there is a supply of hand wipes on hand. Well, that's what hand wipes should be. So that I may wipe down whenever I am into contact with the babies, of which here is the other baby. Agent Charlemagne is here. His treat blockade has come to an end, and now he is lay chilling. Agent Charlemagne, your evil deeds have been thwarted. Do you have anything to say to the chat? I'm innocent? Is that what you have to say? Okay, I'm sure the chat believes you.
I think these responses. Can't get a word out of the mother too.
Mm-hmm. So, Containment Hazard Assessment Team, before we get to the donations and general chat, let me perform a little bit of housekeeping. First, Sleepless Dragon, congratulations on being the number one most punctual member of today's Containment Hazard Assessment team, i.e. congratulations on being first chatter. Alongside you, Froy, Lyris, Puppet Boy, Amber, Dr. Golden, Clover, Creepypasta George Harrison, Zelliard 42. If I didn't say Puppet Boy, Puppet Boy. Rebel Commander. Everyone who I have just named, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being here as members of Site 42 on YouTube. We appreciate your membership and your service. Furthermore, interns Stephen, Nolan, Minty Andrea, Chaos Insurgency, Rar Caution, Bacon Sue, Musical Sand, Tumbari, Archon, Hammock, Opal, and High. Welcome to today's stream. Thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being here just for being you. How do you spell the cat's name? The cat's name is spelled like Charlemagne, as in the King Charlemagne. Look up King Charlemagne. You will find it. Now a reminder, today's stream is sponsored by friends of the channel Keter Labs, who are currently in the last week of the SCP Containment Breach movie Kickstarter. And even though the numbers have gone up, they have not gone up enough. We need more people, if only to express interest so that when they go to investment backers behind the scenes, they can say, oh my, look at all the people interested. These people will buy movie tickets if we make the movie, so you should make the movie so it can be in theaters, like Iron Lung, like The Backrooms. Let's get some YouTube horror into the theaters. So let's come over here to the Containment Breach, the movie, Kickstarter. I need you to like, I need you to share, I need you to meme it, I need you to make jokes and fan art, and I do need you to donate! Either donate your money or donate your time. This needs to be spread to everybody. The more people that know about it, the more people who might donate to it. And so we thank you, agents of Mobile Task Force Psi 42, codename Signal Boosters, for your service in helping us to get an SCP Foundation movie. Now, today's stream subject is quite simple and quite short, as is today's stream. I am not yet dead, but Brian here is certainly working on it. In case you've missed the saga, Brian, the parasitic centipede that is living inside of my shoulder, the swelling that goes from the back of my shoulder in the front of my collarbone and radiates pain through my inner neck down into my shoulder or chest, is continuing to grow. Of course, as the SCP Foundation, they won't just remove the anomaly because that might kill it. And if we kill it, we can't study it. And so I am currently gestating a parasitic centipede with a psychic connection to my brain. And after yesterday's protests did not bear fruit, because I don't care about your anomalous rights protests, Brian, it has started continually singing the song, Fight Song, in my brain on repeat. I have not slept. I am exhausted. Medical had to take more blood draws today, and you know how I hate needles. And also, I just hate that song. This is my fight song. Bring back my right song. This is my fight song. So annoying. And Brian has kept this up for the past, what time is it now? Nearly 6 p.m. So that would be 18 hours. So if I seem a little tired, if I seem a little distracted, if you want to know why stream is only going to be 20 more minutes. So this is a 30-minute coffee break today, of which there is 10 minutes past in the intro. Let me catch up on the donations, and we'll have general Q&A until I abbreviate stream. No. What is the word for when I bid you all adieu? When I'm not abdicating stream. Anyways. Wow, Brian is dedicated. Well, Brian is not singing vocally. It's just mentally repeating the song in my head. So it is less tense than actually having to sing the song, Brian, you talentless hack. Also, of course, as a parasite, Brian is abducting a certain percentage of the food I eat to continue to grow. So my energy levels are faltering due to that as well. Intern Nolan, thank you for your first 2 donations to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself some coffee on your way past the commissary. Sup, bro? Love that Charlie is here. Charlie is the sweetest pumpkin on site. Do recall Charlie is Charlie without an E, because Charlie is a she, and with a heart over the I for adorableness. When did Brian become a thing anyway? I missed a few streams. Brian came into being, to my knowledge, on Monday or Tuesday of last week, but it wasn't bad enough for me to get checked out and mentioned until maybe 2, 3, 4 days ago. I don't remember. I'm really tired. Watch the VODs. There's a playlist. Researcher Clover, thank you for your 8 months as a level 1 researcher here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Hi, Dr. Sherman. I made my own SCP. Do you mean you documented an SCP? You wrote a document about containment? Or did you create another anomaly that we have to contain? We don't need more anomalies. It costs resources to contain them securely and protected like. Oh, that's so sad. Brian sing Despacito. Don't you fucking dare. No. No. I know a line dance to Despacito. I teach that line dance in classes sometimes. The anomalies love it. It's good for morale. Rebel Commander, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a protein bar on your way past the commissary. You or the World Cup? Ooh, this is a hard call. Well, we're only here for 17 more minutes, so you're not going to miss that much. 100 stars. Thank you for sending 3 sparkles to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I am sure they will enjoy a couple more glitter bombs that need to be cleaned up on site. Intern Pingu, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a Impossible Burger on your way past the commissary. The SCP like the one with the question mark? Yes. Intern Pingu, I don't know what you're talking about. You're going to need to specify. Where is the link to the Site 42 Discord? Intern Griffith, we keep it a secret. It's an Easter egg hunt to see if you're clever enough to find it. But we do give a hint to its location at the end of every stream. And so, since the end of stream is in 15 minutes, stay till the end of stream or go to a previous stream to get the hint. And by the way, if you're not 18 or older, don't go looking for it, because thanks to the SCP community being very graphic in violence and sexuality, you must be an adult to join the community, which means you must be an adult to join our Discord server. Are you LGBTQIA? Intern Quinn. I am an A on that spectrum, although it's important to keep track that while I am asexual, my author on the higher pataphysical narrative level above us is cishet. But the SCP Foundation is an LGBTQIA supportive community, so happy Pride. Amber, thank you for sending sunshine on a cloudy day to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I'm sure they will enjoy the incoming vitamin D. How strong is the Foundation's Air Force? Well, intern Putis, I mean, it's not bad for a secret organization that can't be blatantly having airfields out in public without proper disinformation of satellite imagery and such. But we do have a fair amount of tech for such a secretive group. Mm-hmm. 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 Pingu, thank you for donating again to say, yes is the one. Check it, my the one is. Big scary rock, but watch out for scary Terry Cat. Johnson Burger. Is Brian fucking with my ability to understand words, chat? Am I the only one who doesn't understand what intern Pingu is talking about? Why hot eat the food when cold eat the food? That's a great question. Intern Quinn. Uh, Coming out as any sort of LGBTQIA is a very serious topic. And we as a chat don't know you personally, which means we don't know your current situation. I would take stock of how supportive your family members and friends are if you've seen them talk about the subject in the past. And I would find a trusted person in your life who knows your scenario to speak it out with first. That way, you can do so in a safe way if possible, or sadly, not if it would be unsafe to do so at the time. But I can tell you that the chat is not a great place because we don't know your personal situation. If you have LGBTQIA family members, that is definitely who I would talk to first for advice. Oh my God, I remembered seeing you at like 20 to 21, I think. Love the suit. Well, thank you, Intern Fear. Yes, 2020 to 2021 is when we went especially viral on TikTok. And we have not stopped since. Our viral wave has lowered, but you know, you go up and down in the internet. And so I hope it's good to see you again. That's all I'm going to say. It's good to see you. And yes, the tie-dye lab coat goes very hard during Pride Month. Have you ever played Lobotomy Corporation? Intern Mystery. No, I have not. I have heard it's very similar to the SCP Foundation. Do you still enjoy your work? Intern Alienment. I still to this day, after 10 years on YouTube and 6 years on TikTok, I enjoy the metamorphosis of my content style. This year of daily streams has definitely been a change of pace, But it's been a very good change of pace, and we've seen some great things happen in the SCP community. I think you guys are having fun. I'm having fun. And I look forward to continuing my work as an SCP Foundation content creator. Intern O'Farrell, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Do you enjoy LARPing? Well, intern Stant, art and performance is an important part of the entertainment landscape. And yes, sometimes that means big box office pictures, but sometimes it can just be the little guy role playing at the Ren Fair that gives you an agreeable experience, makes you laugh. And that's kind of what we're doing here on the internet. So, yes, I do. How is God? Intern Agamemnon, which God? We contain a litany of deities, a plethora of deities. Which one do you want to know about? I mean, I'm not going to say any of them are actually God, because if they were all God, then wouldn't be one God. There's so many. I had an idea of some abandoned hospital that has non-Euclidean geometry and produces undead aggressive nurses and passive patients. Is this a good idea for an SCP or not? Intern Izumi, there's an article on the SCP Wiki, a joke article about a beach ball. And the reason the SCP is, quote, anomalous is because it's spherical. And the SCP Foundation is flummoxed by its, quote, non-Euclidean geometry. People use the word non-Euclidean geometry to mean something, ooh, spooky. But it just means, a sphere exhibits non-Euclidean geometry. And we don't think a ball is anomalous. All of this to say, a spooky hospital that is a spatial anomaly is cool and could be a fun idea. But you might not want to use the words non-Euclidean geometry unless you're using them in a very exacting manner, because we already have a joke about people overusing the phrase. Attracted to 682, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a quiche on your way past the commissary, but only if you accept responsibility for it. How long did it take her to smile? Oh, I'm well familiar with the mysterious stranger ARG going on regarding Deltarune, which, if I'm hearing correctly, is tomorrow, apparently. And so, no, I do not know the mystery of how long it took her to smile, but I look forward to the intrepid ARG solvers who are trying to figure out that very question. Intern Pingu, thank you for donating again to say, gotten the cheddar, but not the cheese. They're coming. Bring Terry Cat. He's got it. Big Scary Terry Cat coming to you. Prepare the cheese. Newt. Every time you talk, I feel like I'm having a strunk. Ugh. Site 42 Containment Hazard Assessment Team, i.e. chat, do remember that we have a moderator for the chat to keep things civil. The moderator is the blue name, Descavalto Clef. If the moderator speaks, read it. Because maybe the desk is just saying a funny joke. Could be funny, you might like it. But more importantly, the desk might be telling you not to spam the chat and break a rule. And if you get banned because you weren't paying attention to the moderator, that's not on me. Ace of Luck, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a top cake on your way past the commissary. Question about SCP-055. Have we tried having someone text details from inside the unit? That's not going to work any better than the current SCP-055 documentation states because a great deal of scientific data has been recorded from SCP-055 but cannot be studied. Taking mental or written notes, making sketches, taking photographs, and even audio or video recordings are all possible. However, information about its physical appearance leaks out of a human mind soon after such an observation. Individuals tasked with describing the anomaly afterwards find their minds wandering or lose interest in the task. Individuals tasked with sketching a copy or photograph are unable to remember what the photograph looks like, as are researchers overseeing these tests. So yes, we can read the documents of what 055 is, but then as soon as we stop looking at the documents, we forget the text. So that is nothing. Not helpful. Intern Infection, thank you for sending 5 floating hearts to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I'm sure they feel the love. Hello, fellow SCP Foundation worker. Well, hello, Intern Voorhees. Good to see you up and about. Came out to my Trump supporter parents. Bad idea. Oof. Raw caution. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, as I was telling Intern Quinn earlier, the politics of coming out can be very fraught if you do so to the wrong person. That's why it's important to track that interaction, plan it well, and make sure that the party you are doing so to is receptive. Being yourself should not be political. Your human race disgusts me. Yes, and I'm sure there isn't any bigotry in the anomalous furniture council meetings. No little spats between the chairs and the desks. Am I right? What if a person kissed an SCP and pick whatever SCP you chose? Intern Pivel, I would demote them to D class for fraternizing with the anomalies, regardless of which one it was. We do not fraternize with the anomalies. It's unprofessional. It's against protocol. Site 42 staff, we have 2 minutes remaining in this very short coffee break for the day. As I said, it's a short stream because Brian is eating part of my food and possibly sapping my life force at this point. That, and at someone in chat's suggestion, Brian has switched over from singing This Is My Fight song to Baby Shark. So thanks for that. Do, 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 do. It's so funny when Dr. Sherman hits his staff with a pen like, owie, what did we do? Well, it is targeted at the one of you that committed the crime, of course. But we are, as a mentor, very Rafiki or very Yoda coded in that sense. How could the Foundation contain both the life forms and the still lives from Kane Pixel's Backroom series? Well, intern Shadow Lad, the anomalies within the backrooms stay in the backrooms mostly, so that makes things pretty easy because we don't have to contain them. Now, what Async did in the movie, a lot of people got this wrong. They saw how they contained the Captain Clark pirate anomaly in Wrapped Saran Wrap, and they were like, why did they contain it like that? That's so weak. It's not weak. If you've ever Dexter Morgan to somebody in plastic wrap like that, they ain't getting out. So That was actually a very cost-effective containment procedure. I'm actually rather impressed with Async's ingenuity in that sense. But yes, if we had to capture an entity like that, that is a great way to do so. What do you guys do whenever someone sees SCP-096's face? Well, intern Patrick, we get out of 096's way so none of our staff members die during its breach. We track it to its location, and once it ganks the poor son of a bitch that saw its face, we recontain it. Why are we still attacking Dr. Wondertainment? Well, intern Reynolds, it is an anomalous toy maker distributing anomalous toys to the public. Obviously, we're containing the toys and trying to stop Dr. Wondertainment from continuing to distribute anomalous toys. Intern Take, thank you for sending a doubloon to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I am sure they will spend it wisely. What is SCP? Intern Quinn, the SCP Foundation, on our pataphysical narrative level, is a secretive organization that contains and hides monsters, magic objects, anomalous spaces, anything abnormal. We hide it from the general public so they can live their normal lives. We're very similar to the pop culture idea of the Men in Black in that way. But instead of agents in suits hiding aliens, we are scientists in lab coats and combat troops in tack gear hiding all sorts of magic and monsters. Now, on the pataphysical narrative level above us, which is where our authors live, the SCP Foundation is a creative writing community based on us, and they have fun writing stories about the anomalies we contain and the situations we get into doing so. Intern Take, thank you for sending 6 more doubloons to the Containment Hazard Assessment team, and Intern Reynolds, thank you for sending 2 more after that. Spend your doubloons wisely, chat. Oh, brother. Site 42 staff, this is a very tired Dr. Sherman who has reached the 30-minute level of this coffee break and is now starting to sign off. So, Site 42 staff, as always at the end of stream, I tell you guys my favorite SCPs. But of course, I'm not going to tell you that my favorite SCPs are the ones I personally wrote. That would be sheer narcissism, and we don't play that game. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm's author page in Site 42 Hub on the SCP database. There you can read the SCPs I wrote, as well as contributed voice lines or sound effects to. And while you're on my author page, one tab over from the SCPs, you'll find a list of links. Links that people are often asking about in the chat. They want to know where they are, but when I give them this blatant hint, they just aren't smart enough to go check. It's so sad for them. But not for you. You're clever. You'll find those links. I know you will. You're the Containment Hazard Assessment team. You're intrepid, determined. And when you find those links, you'll also have the option to become a Patreon patron or YouTube channel member to donate to us monthly. You can do a Ko-Fi or a YouTube Super Chat to donate to us one at a time. Either way, direct donations are the quickest way to support Site 42 and our project to spread the good news of the SCP Foundation. And we thank you for your service. And if you are part of the Broke Gang and you cannot donate, do not fret. After all, the SCP Foundation is an arts community. We understand the Broke Gang for real, for real. And so if you are a starving artist, do not fret. You can still help us out by being a member of Mobile Task Force Psi 42, codename the Signal Boosters. You can like, share, subscribe, comment, chat, make fan art, memes, shitposts, clips, edits, and share them and spread the word of Site 42 and the SCP Foundation. And that also includes the SCP projects we support. Do all that, but for SCP Containment Breach the movie by Keter Labs on Kickstarter. Do it for the SCP Wiki and its authors and artists. Do it for the SCP filmmakers, game makers, meme makers, podcasters, merch makers, animators, etc. Do your best, to support the community through engagement or funding or both, so that eventually we can have an SCP movie in theaters. One way or another, we will make it happen. And it's because of me, and it's because of you. So thank you, Site 42 staff, for your generosity of money or effort. Calling people broke while begging for money? Intern AutoClient, didn't you just hear that I said it was chill if you were broke, gang? I said, hey, thank you if you can donate. And if you're broke, gang, don't worry about it. Reminder, I am a content creator. I stream every day. It is part-time my job to do this. So yes, I'm begging for money, but it's because I'm donating my time and we're in a transaction. Why are you so negative? You need to relaxify a little bit. So salty. Anywho. So yes, whether you're donating your money or your time to Site 42 in the SCP Foundation cause, we thank you for your service. Now, without further ado... Oh, wait a minute. Intern Bello, thank you for sending a laughing disco to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I'm sure they busted some sweet moves in a very comical fashion. Black Phoenix, thank you for sending a 100 to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I'm sure they'll keep it 100 because you told them to. DJ, thank you for sending a gold coin. I'm sure they will spend that doubloon wisely. I need to set this up to notify me when the streams start. I love these streams. Well, thank you, Intern Rain. And don't forget, if you are a member of the Site 42 Discord server, then there is a YouTube live alert role that I ping at the start of every stream, which is much more reliable than the YouTube subscription bell. So if you are of age to join the Discord server, I do recommend that. Intern Reynolds, thank you for sending another doubloon to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I appreciate you lengthening my outro by donating to distract me. But I still need to end this stream. Brian has switched over to Despacito, thank you. And so without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one, it's a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 399-304-308-J, Content warning, that's what's a rough read. Don't mess with Dr. Entertainment, he just makes cool toys. He does not just make cool toys, and also, I believe the current iteration of Dr. Entertainment is a she. Isabella, Pavarotti, Helga, whatever the hell her name is. Dr. Entertainment regenerates like a Time Lord. Used to be Santa Claus at one point, I believe. But many of Dr. Entertainment's toys are not actually safe for children, and they cause destruction. So yes, we will continue to keep trying to contain and stop Dr. Entertainment. Sleepless Dragon, thank you for sending a star to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. They are now a 1-star team going into the end of stream. Intern Hershey, thank you for sending another laughing disco. I'm sure the chat's moves are super cool. And still funny, but in a charming way. Damn it, Brian. So, Site 42 staff, this has been another coffee break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video or stream. I am not dead yet. I can dance and I can sing. I am not dead yet. I can do the Highland fling. I am not dead yet. No need to go to bed. No need to call the doctor, cause I'm not yet dead. He is not yet dead. That's what the geezer said. Oh, he's not yet dead. That man is off his head. He is not dead yet. So put him back in bed. Keep him off the cot because he's not yet dead. The credit song is He Is Not Dead Yet from the musical Monty Python's Spamalot. Be safe, be well, Site 42 staff. And as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video or stream.